and welcome back to my channel for a very requested makeup tutorial. Today I'm attempting to break down Monica Bellucci's 90s makeup look. She's a stunning Italian actress, and sorry I have this little towel, but I am not naked, but my camera doesn't back up enough. Monica has worn so many gorgeous makeup looks, so there's tons to choose from, but I was really drawn to this image because probably the Bridget Bardot updo. I'm loving it. The most viral photo of Monica is so edited it barely looks like her anymore, but this is the look that a lot of people have been recreating. Honestly, love the makeup, but I thought I would do a look inspired by her and use a real image that genuinely captures her beauty, and we're going very 90s. But if you want to see that look with bangs, let me know and I can attempt that as well. I think it goes without saying, but I look very different naturally to Monica, but my style of tutorial is a little bit of a transformation. So I've added a wig, I had a lot of fun styling this, we'll add contacts as well. I really like to lean into the inspiration. I'll literally try anybody, but it's just a fun challenge I like to do, and you can take the base steps of this look and completely make it your own. Whenever I have a dark wig on, I need to darken up my brows. This is my most rebought eyebrow pencil from the drugstore. It's the Brow Stylist Definer Ultra Fine Tip in the shade Soft Black. For the Monica inspired shape, her brows are a little further apart than what I normally do. They're fairly bold, especially in this photo shoot that I'm taking the most inspiration from. Before I got on camera, I did add a little bit of my favorite moisturizer, the Charlotte Tilbury Magic Cream. It's my favorite base. And then if you can see over my skin, I look all glowy, and this is a SHEGLAM product. The Sunburst Glow Mixer in 3.5 Medium Warm Golden. By the way, I am wearing a strapless white dress, you just can't see it in the frame. And while Monica's skin tone varies between different photo shoots, whether she has a tan or not, she's light to medium olive skin. I love this foundation, and it is my usual shade, and then I did a dot of this MAC foundation to deepen it up. It's a Revealer Skin Improving Foundation, Broad Spectrum 25. I chose an inspiration photo that leans more warm because when I have a tan, my skin does pull a lot more warm. Wow, that looks great. But if you're looking for an overall cool tone look, you might really like my espresso makeup tutorial. I've skipped foundation underneath my eyes because I've partnered with Kosas, and I'm showing you their latest Revealer Extra Bright Concealer. The OG Revealer Concealer is so widely beloved, but I'll show you how these two go together to neutralize and then conceal dark circles. It's also great for puffiness. Now that I'm not a teen anymore, I really like lighter coverage on my skin because anything too heavy can settle into fine lines, and dark circles don't need higher coverage but a color corrector. The Extra Bright has caffeine, hyaluronic acid, and peptides to tighten up the skin for an awake effect. The Revealer Extra Bright uses color theory to cancel out blues and like purple tones underneath the eyes, so it's a little bit more peachy. The shade I chose is called Illusion, and it's best for light to medium skin tones to conceal under eyes. Now adding my concealer, the 3W Warm Revealer Concealer, underneath the eye as well, and then also on high points of my face. And these concealers were made to be paired together, so you can layer them on top of each other and you're not going to get a cakey finish. There's the before and after. Here's my complete skin, and I'm obsessed with this base together. Brown contacts in. If you struggle with dark circles, definitely check out these amazing concealers. I'll have them linked down below, and you can use my discount code for 15% off on screen. Before I powder, I'm using another cream product for contour. I just got these in PR. They're the Makeup Forever Multi-Sticks, and this is in Creamy Cacao, which I usually use in the pencil form for my nose contour. So I love this as a shadow shade. I'm applying underneath my cheekbones. Monica has very high cheekbones. Tapering down the cheek. These blend in beautifully, and they're like kind of a balmy texture. I'll add a deeper blush through this area where I've added a touch of contouring, and it gives more of that hollowed out cheek look similar to Keira Knightley and Monica. Nose contour, like I said, I like the pencil version of Endless Cacao from Makeup Forever. It's just really easy to draw on the little contours and blend on out. Here's some other reference photos of what her beautiful face actually looks like, because it's hard to find unedited reference photos on Pinterest right now. I don't know if it's like a fan account and they just like added hundreds of photos that are very edited, but we should appreciate what she actually looks like because she's a literal icon. Across so many of the beautiful makeup looks that Monica has worn, I saw a lot of matte blushes, and this is the shade Java from Benefit. It is a rosy mocha blush for a deep natural matte finish. These are some of my favorite blushes ever, and I'm taking a tiny bit, dusting over the cheek to give them kind of that hollow effect like I was talking about, with a tiny bit of color. You could also go for like a terracotta shade or a burnt rose. If Finally, for the eyes, this is an amazing palette to use. It's the Makeup by Mario Master Mattes, the neutrals. I didn't want to pull it too warm or too cool, so we're really going neutral with this eye look. And for this photo shoot, she had really bold cat eyes, but it was mostly hidden when her eyes were open, and I love a little bit more of her natural smoky eye that she often wears as well, so I'm blending the two together. Then I'm working with a slightly warm brown shade and tapering outwards and a little bit upwards because her eyes are upturned. Next up, I'm taking a MAC kohl pencil and lining my tight line. And to make this foolproof, I'm still using the same palette, taking the black shade and starting to etch in my eyeliner. Sadly, my camera deleted my first eye, but all I did was lightly line the lash line, and we just keep on blending. If your eye shape is more similar to Monica's naturally, you can do just a thin smoky liner like this. Make sure the inner corner is pointed, but you can still see a lot of my lid when I have just this amount of liner, so I'm smoking it out so that when my eyes are open, you just see the smoke. I'm mixing a little bit of the deepest brown, going back in with the black, back and forth, making sure everything looks really soft. Accent the black on the very outer corner of the bottom lash line. To make sure it's super black right by the lash line, I'm taking my favorite liquid liner. This is by Lily by Red. It's a K-Beauty liner and it's my favorite. I always go back to it. I always rebuy it. Like I said, make sure you get a little point in the inner corner and then round it out with a little bit of the black eyeshadow over top and soften it out. We are done with this palette, and something I really liked about the look is I see a little bit of like a copper underneath the bottom lash line. So I want to use another one of these new Makeup Forever products. Ooh, that'll be pretty. Sweeping underneath. And these are my absolute favorite mascaras. We have the MAC Elevated MAC Stack and the Voluminous Original by L'Oreal. So that's my high-end pick and then my drugstore pick. Let's use L'Oreal today. But these ones are great. They're so wispy and pretty, and they are the Half Naked Lash from Ardell. The only way I can kind of try to get a sultry look like hers if I like squint my eyes, the smize. I'm loving these smoky eyes, and I don't think I've really done a tutorial that has this vibe before. I'm gonna use this again. And with Monica makeup inspiration, you can go in a bunch of different directions. There's also a lot of photos with like a beautiful nude mauve. Again, I have 3 more Kosas products. I blind bought these online, so I'm hoping that they're the shade I want them to be. We have 2 lip liners, a 4 dimension, and then a nude lip color. Even her red lip combos have some kind of plum mauve to them. I'm mapping out my lip line with the Kosas Hot Liner. This is a hyaluronic acid contouring lip liner in the shade Beyond, which is a cool rosy mauve. Go top heavy with the lips. These are so nice because they wind up, they have a brush at the end for smudging, and a sharpener. And next up we're using Supreme, which is a rich neutral brown. Adding this on the outer corners of the mouth, really creating a lot of dimension, and then through the center of the lips as well. I do this quite a bit. I took the Benefit Java Cheek Color and I'm patting this onto my lips. This can be drying. I wouldn't do this for like dry lips, but if your lips are moisturized, you can get a really nice bold color by using your blush. Finally, I got my little prop. I've been trying to take some photos inspired by Monica. This is the shade Vegas, also from Kosas. This is such a pretty nude. I would love to wear this on its own as well. Just bringing a little bit of light the middle of the lips and neutralizing everything. I also did add a bit more powder through the brows. I love when the lips look a little bit more textured rather than glossy, so that's why I do really love to use, that's why I do love working with powder sometimes. The super dark brows work really nice with her dark eye color and dark hair. If you missed Are You Low, Medium, or High Contrast, you should check out that video as well. If you want to keep on watching and you love Italian beauty icons, you might like my Sophia Loren tutorial. That has very snatched liner. Or my latest upload was the Britney Spears Slave For You Glam, another smoky eye. a very 2000s moment, and finally Cindy Crawford's makeup you might also really like, which has warmer browns in the smoky eye.